Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm your host, Laura.
And I'm May.
And today we are talking about Johnny fucking football. Johnny Manziel and his very tumultuous career. The Netflix documentary on him just came out.
Oh.
I watched it and remembered that I was in the UT school system while that man was there. So I figured we'd dive in, talk about it.
I don't know anything about this story, so I'm excited. I'm just going to sit back and let it
You're going to
wash
learn.
over
You're
me.
going to learn today about some really important stuff. So,
Okay, cool.
all right, enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money
Hold
from
on.
that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's Risque Business News.
So you've never heard Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel.
I don't think so. I feel like maybe it will ring a bell to me once I hear about it, but
Okay.
is it like true crime related? Is there
No.
something like going on
Okay.
with like CTE or something? Or
Well, no, he's a quarterback, so
No
CTE. No
CTE.
CTE that we are aware of. He is kind of crazy. No, that's not. We're not allowed to say that anymore. He does have mental
come on.
conditions that are being treated. Genuinely, though, he does.
Is it
It's
not CTE?
no, I don't think so. I mean, not that like at least widely known.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But
But
I would never allow my kid to play football.
absolutely not.
No, hell no.
Absolutely not. No. I mean, I will allow them to go to football games because they are delightful.
They're
and
very fun.
Very fun. And I love going to. Here's my ideal version of going to a football game. Begin the tailgate as soon as I wake up. As soon as I get in my little outfit, go to the tailgate, drink with my friends all day, hang out. We're like doing we're like in all matching attire. Everyone looks great.
Yes.
Then you drink a bunch. Then you go to the game for the opening because they're always huge. And then you stay through halftime and then you leave.
That sounds phenomenal.
It is.
So I assume UT had a huge football program.
Yes.
Okay.
It was really funny because so I was at UT through 2009 through 2013. Don't fucking do math. But 2009, we were so good at football. And I was like, football rules.
Really?
We went to the national championships. It was
Wow.
absolutely amazing. And we lost at the very end. It was like all this drama, whatever. And then I don't remember any of it because again, I don't follow sports. I was only
also,
there.
you were
I was
like-
like, if we're winning, I'm listening, but otherwise I don't care.
But you're also doing your own thing too.
Yeah.
Like you were, because I was gonna ask you, I was like, oh, did you go to every game? I was like, no, she was in the pool.
I was swimming.
In the pool.
We would also do them as recruiting trips. So like every time that we would have recruits in town, we would take them to the games. So a lot
that
of
makes
the
sense.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it was super super fun. Like we were able to go and like, you know, just be like part of this 100,000 person crowd. Like literally,
Yeah.
the stadium would fit 100,000 people.
And these are just random people in Austin that were like, yeah, we'll go.
yeah, well, it's the whole fucking state of Texas would drive in. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
I can't express to you how big of a deal. Like, if we go down to UT or to Austin at some point, we really should try to go to a game. Or, like, honestly,
I would love to.
if you guys are in the Texas region, like, if you already have been to a game. Like, what am I, a fucking idiot? Like,
Yeah.
You've absolutely been to a game. But if you can go to, like, one of, like, the hyped up games, it's wild how exciting it is. And
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in football ever. I know none of the rules. I know that the ball has to go from one side to the other for points.
Yeah.
That is what I'm going off of. And honestly, that's enough information to have
also,
fun.
It seems like it's a little bit more genuine, I guess, than like actual professional sports. You know what I mean? Because like if you go to like see the Patriots or whatever, it's like obviously like a big fucking advertisement for shit.
Yes.
And there are people that are like, they're at their job.
Yeah, they're
They're at
working.
their job.
They're working folk.
Yeah. And, but like, I don't know. It feels, I mean, maybe we'll get into this in the story. I'm not sure, but it sort of feels like college athletes should be compensated as
Professionals.
professional
Wow.
athletes, sort of. Is that something that we're
We're
going
to
to
talk about that for sure
It's like this
because
machine they're bringing in, all this money they're bringing in, and they're
my
just
God,
like,
yeah.
oh, here's a scholarship, and they're like, scholarship fuck off. Like,
scholarship for
up your ass.
What degree am I getting? And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're never going to class. Don't
Right.
worry. Yeah.
Communications.
It's going to be communications.
That's fine.
Some
I got a
variation.
communications degree. Look
Yeah,
at me.
listen.
I'm a podcaster.
Yeah. We were out. Look at us out here communicating.
We're communicating.
Oh my
the
God.
best of 'em.
That's a good degree, folks. All right. I take it all back. Never mind. Put the NCAA back. They're good people. No. So, okay. So basically, college football, huge deal. Tailgating is the best thing ever. Just binge drinking with everybody. Looking back, it is kind of crazy that was like a school sanctioned event in
Right.
some cases. Like a lot of the times we just set up our own, but a lot of the times they'd also be like very much like
Yeah.
we were underage for sure. No one ever
Yeah.
directly saw us drinking, but it was always like very known.
I wonder if I feel like everything is so not fun anymore that
You're
if
right.
things
This
have
was
changed.
probably because we didn't even have cameras on our phones.
True.
Really.
Yeah.
Like not really.
No.
They did, but like
And also, nobody was really posting online. You take out your digital camera for the night, and then you'd post the worst fucking photos you've ever seen in your life in succession.
would have your wristlet out with
Yep.
the little camera.
The wristlet, yes.
Camera wristlet dangling off your wrist, and you are ready to go. Fake ID, you're good.
Oh, yeah.
You are heading to the bars. You are heading to the tailgate.
I had an
then-
orange one, an orange camera, because my mom was like, "Well, everyone's gonna know it's yours, so no one's gonna steal it." And I was like, "No, this was on discount, Mom. Let's be fucking for real." This is
Because no one
obvious."
wanted this picture.
Yeah,
Or this
yeah.
camera. Well, we had some good times back then. And this was all obviously, so as you mentioned, the NCAA runs college football, runs all of this stuff. They're probably one of the worst nonprofits that's ever existed.
Because they make so much profit? Or what?
most exploitative. Yeah, they
Yeah,
make.
yeah.
Let me just tell you, they are good at making. They should consider going for profit
They
because
should consider it.
they
yeah.
are quite good
right.
at the for-profit component. The not so much.
Mm-hmm.
They did a lot of. We've done a whole episode where we talk about nonprofits and how exploitative
yeah.
a lot of, like, more often than not. Unfortunately, it really does seem that they are taking advantage.
That was a really fun episode, by the way. If you
Yeah,
haven't
it
listened
really
to that
was.
one, listen to that because I love a juxtapose, okay? I am obsessed with people being sanctimonious and then doing the exact opposite of what they say they're going to. It's just the best. It really is.
It really is. And nonprofits really seem to attract people who are fucking good at that. They are good. And again, go for profit because y'all are making so much damn money
Just do your pyramid scheme
legally. And then, like,
I guess
yeah.
you can't if there's a pyramid scheme and you get it.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, yeah, I think that this is not exactly like a new story for a lot of people, but the NCAA had this come to a head a few years ago. But this is back in 2009. So remember, at this point, athletes were like not allowed to receive money for their work, and not even that they weren't allowed. It was considered like immoral of them if they ever happened even accidentally to profit off their likeness or off of their
What?
whatever. Yes.
They're putting this energy into the wrong people.
Correct. Like, and they were like real fucking serious about it. They were
Wow.
and they would like condemn the athlete, like make them look really, really shitty for the whole thing. Meanwhile, the NCAA over here
fuck?
had this deal that they signed with CBS where just for March Madness, I think probably men's, let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Men's
be
March
honest,
Madness.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, ladies, rather. They would be making more than $1 billion per year.
What?
So where does that money go, one might say? To the people running it, of course. Mark
course.
Emmert. Yeah, Emmert. Yep. Got his name right. He has a base salary of $2.7 million a year. They made $1 billion in revenue and had $300 million in the bank. And there was a whole bunch of different coaches, though to be fair, I'm not sure if they're being paid directly by the NCAA or by their schools. Probably some like weird combination of factors that would make over $8 million annually. That's
Wow.
a hell of a paycheck. Yeah, it's
That
like
really
actually
is.
it's so funny because a lot of my friends will go into coaching and stuff, and it's like there's people who really love it, and then there's clearly the people who like get into it because they didn't have much of an option.
Right.
If you don't, by the way, if you're new to the podcast, I know we have some new listeners. I used to swim. I didn't think I gave you that context. I used to swim in college at the
At
University of
UT.
Texas,
Yeah.
and then as a pro for a while. So I have like very big swimming roots back there. And a lot of people would go into being coaches after like graduating because
They have nothing else to do.
I got
like-
my communications degree over here. And like, you listen, start a podcast. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Do tech sales.
Tech sales.
Tech sales. Okay.
The marine biologist dream to athlete to tech sales pipeline.
Pipeline. It is seamless across. So they would get into it, but then if you actually can get into the collegiate system, you can make some serious money.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's pretty wild.
I bet.
The FBI, I guess, apparently was indicting coaches for like the money. Like, the whole thing, they just take it so fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like why does the FBI ever need to be involved?
I don't know. It is so. I actually.
We're playing games, team.
This is a separate thing, but it's like literally the most Massachusetts thing in the entire world. I knew a guy who went to prison for taking money from a youth hockey league. And I was like,
that is the most.
It really is. And I'm like, it's so crazy to be embezzling money from a youth hockey league.
That
you
is
know?
very Massachusetts. That's very like Matt Damon plays.
Yeah,
the guy.
right.
You know what I mean?
I think the only thing more Massachusetts than that story is is that I knew another instance where a guy went to prison for stealing oysters out of someone else's oyster farm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing more Massachusetts than that would be if like Dunkin' Donuts busted the case.
Yeah,
They're like, America runs on Dunkin'. Like,
yeah.
we're gonna get this guy in jail.
That's hilarious.
Well, anyway, that guy actually is probably like a better person than a lot of these people at the NCAA. Generally, when you are going to do like a nonprofit and use that in an exploitative manner, you're banking on the generosity of people, right? So it's people giving their donations and you're taking money from the donations. The one good thing about that is it's inherently money that's being donated. So it's not like people aren't going homeless because of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's like their bonus money that they are choosing to give to a good cause, and then unfortunately is getting redirected to someone's pocketbook, right? Now, at the NCAA, kind of different because they are benefiting off of the genuinely free or what could be perceived as free labor of student athletes.
Right.
Who,
And I mean, the student athletes obviously are going to the schools for free, but then they're
Yeah.
not really getting a proper education.
right, but also like, okay, so you're saying that they're all locked in at like what, $100,000 at a
Yeah.
ish?
I mean, especially like
For
at some of
4
these
years of
state
work, so you're
schools.
making $25,000. Like, if you actually divide it all out, fucking what? Like the
Yeah.
minimum, it's not minimum wage.
Right, right.
And here's the other thing that makes this kind of awkward. Let's be real. The ones that are really making money, like I was a swimmer. I am fully aware that my sport would not have had funding without some of the wonkiness of these rules. It's
Right,
just-
right.
Women's swimming is not I don't know what to tell you.
It's not.
It's have you been watching? You've not been watching.
You guys don't know the names of the top 5 swimmers?
Actually, you might know Katie Ledecky because she is literally one of the greatest of all time right now. If you're not a fan,
I don't know. The only
you don't know Johnny Manziel either, so I'm not gonna get it.
the only swimmer I know is Leah Thomas. That's the only one that I know. Genuinely.
You're like, who is Michael Phelps?
Yeah. Oh, Michael Phelps too. And then who's the other one? Ryan
Ryan Lochte.
Lochte. I know him.
Yeah, me.
But
You know
and
me.
then I know you,
Okay.
and then I know Leah Thomas. That's it.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Thank God we have such great representation in our sport. But anyway, so you should look into Katie Ledecky. She's a fucking boss. But beyond that, the NCAA is making a shit ton of money off of it's mostly men's basketball and men's football. And unfortunately, what are the racial dynamics of that entire system? It's
Yeah.
fucking weird, folks.
The optics looks
Yes.
a slavery adjacent.
So much so that this was like my genuine. I don't
mean,
even.
maybe that's a flippant thing, but you get it.
Well,
you get
no.
the point I'm trying to make. It's a little overboard, but you
It's
understand.
like kind of not. South Park did this absolutely iconic episode. Oh goddamn, where Cartman is running the Crackhead Baby Fight Association or something along those lines, and
Okay.
he's trying to figure out how to make money off of them without paying without paying the crackhead babies. So he goes to Congress to talk to these. I think it's a senator in this case. Oh no, he's going to talk to the head of the NCAA to ask him how he does it.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Was wondering if you could share some secrets.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You have some mighty strong-looking workers here,
Oh
sir.
my God.
I'd be willing to offer you $40 for 2 of the white ones and $50 for the blacks.
Are you referring to our student athletes?
Student athletes. Oh, that is brilliant, sir. Now, when we sell their likeness for video games, how do we get around
Holy
paying for
shit,
our
dude. They pull no punches.
student athletes then?
Look, there are good reasons why our student athletes cannot be paid, young man.
I ain't arguing. If they got paid, then how'd we make all our money, right?
We do not own slaves, and we have no desire to
I
own
don't know
slaves.
if I can even play
But
this
of course
out.
you own slaves because... Oh, right. Of course you don't have desire to own slaves, son.
Holy
Neither
shit.
do I.
Holy
And if there was
shit.
any
I
government
fucking love
agency
South
listening
Park,
in,
dude. They're so smart.
Love that show.
Yeah.
I love that show. When that came out, everyone was like, oh, fuck. And I mean, where's the lie? Like,
I saw No Lies Detected.
Yeah.
That was fucking comedy. Have you ever seen that? I'm sure you have it. Have you seen that documentary about the making of South Park? It's like
oh, what is it, like 60 days to... No.
6 days to air.
6 days to air. Oh,
Yeah.
60 days to air. That's like a normal,
like, that's-
normal timeline.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I
pretty-
was like, I was so stressed out watching that. I was like, you
Yeah.
guys got a show to put on.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
does anyone want a Xanax? Like, oh my God.
Truly.
I need one. Okay, so basically that is the context of, spoiler alert, since then the NCAA has had to go to, they got like in a fuckload of trouble in 2021. They allowed athletes to start accepting money for their, not, I don't think they're actually getting paid. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The point is that at this point, this is like where the NCAA was at in 2009 to 2013. There was no payments. It was like a big deal. And they pretended like the athletes were like bad people for wanting to have money.
That, I mean,
It was crazy.
these, it's crazy. I don't understand that logic at all. It's
Yeah.
like you're selling T-shirts with my last name on it, and
Genuinely.
I'm
Like,
getting $0 from the sale. I don't understand.
and then it's the best gaslighting that we've ever seen.
yeah,
Because then they were like, okay, how dare you be
Yeah,
mad at
right.
me? the insert state school here for selling your jersey and giving you no money. I don't understand.
this is so weird.
So that is the context in which Johnny Manziel, Johnny fucking football, enters the scene.
Okay.
So he's from Caryville, Texas. It's 25,000 people. Tiny little town in Texas. I guess medium-sized town in Texas. About an hour from San Antonio. Like every medium to small town to large town to town in Texas, they worship football.
They really do.
They
Texas,
fucking
it's like
do.
their whole thing.
It will be a literal shanty town. And then they will, you will drive through Texas. I swear to God, you'll drive through Texas and you'll be like, I'm
and there's
scared.
a stadium in the middle
Yeah.
of a shanty town.
It is a gorgeous multi-million-dollar stadium with a
Crazy.
state-of-the-art jumbotron. And then next to it is the Dollar General that employs the entire town.
And next to that is the mega church that everybody goes
Correct.
to.
I don't understand how these towns work, but they really love their football. And you know what? Good for them. I watched Friday Night Lights.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
glad that they can have something that distracts them from doing drugs. Or maybe they do drugs and then they go to the football. I don't care.
Less drugs, presumably.
One might imagine that they're going to take a quick 2 hours off drugs.
Yes. And that's great.
That's great.
It's more than you can ask for from our youths.
That's perfect. So anyway, they're very good at football. And Johnny is very good at football in high school. I don't really know football shit, so suffice it to say that he was the top recruit coming out of high school.
Yeah.
If you want his stats, holy shit, are you in the wrong podcast?
Yeah, I
I
don't
can't
know.
express that.
We don't
enough.
get it. Yeah.
He was actually a huge University of Texas fan, hook 'em horns, but they didn't recruit him because Mac Brown, their coach, was like, he is 5'11",
Oh.
and that's disgusting.
That is disgusting. He was like dating up, swiping left.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
no shorties.
Yeah. Okay, short king.
Yeah.
5'11".
Get out of here, which I found very, very funny, and also a little tragic because he could have been, maybe he would have had more fun at UT and just like had a better life, to be honest, because things get a little off the rail. He originally signed with Oregon, but then went back on that when Texas A&M sent him an offer to come there, which he accepted. I guess one of the coaches at Texas A&M literally had to go on an internal campaign to
Oh,
convince
wow.
their head coach, like the quarterback coach had to convince the head coach that he was worth bringing on, even though
Even though he's 5'11".
even though he's 5'11". So like, listen, folks, I know he's 5'11", and we fucking hate that here.
Us and our female student population.
No one is happy that he's 5'11", and we've talked to him about growing, and he said he's thinking about it.
And he's on his tippy toes as we speak.
He's
okay.
willing to wear heels. Like, what do we need to do to get him in? Anyway, he goes to A&M. He has a tumultuous entrance into A&M. He actually gets in a fight in College Station like the summer before. I guess he went early for training or whatever.
Yeah.
The police intervened. They found him with a fake ID and they took him to jail.
Wow, they were talking about jail over a fake ID.
College Station does not mess around. They were like, you cannot do anything fun here. 0%.
Yeah, I guess not.
No.
Fucking narcs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's decent bars. I don't want to I have some friends who went to A&M, but I mean, who are we kidding?
What's College Station? What is this? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Is that like a town?
I love that you are here to bring me down to. And don't get me wrong. I had never heard of a college station. I assumed that was what you called cities with colleges.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm at a college station right now. I'm at University of Texas. You know
what is this?
It is the town College Station, Texas, is where Texas A&M, University of Texas A&M, which is like agriculture and machinery or some shit. I don't know.
Oh.
It's not an agriculture school anymore, but it does have a lot of strengths in agriculture. It's a really good school, actually.
Yeah.
There's a strong engineering program. Their athletics are awesome. The town of College Station fucking sucks. I'm sorry, team. I don't know what to tell you. They're also very cult-like there, where if you step on certain grass, they all get really pissed at you.
What?
I don't know.
Literal grass?
Literally, it's very military. I don't know. Yeah. It's a really good school. It's a good degree. I don't know. But they were very not fun about a ton of stuff. And they were also weird, weirdly serious about the rivalries. We were rivals, but UT is got a much more, national presence.
Well, I also feel you're in Austin. You're we have better things to do than just sit around and think about you.
City. It's a real city. There's actual shit going on. Not as much back then, but it's real.
Right. Yeah, no,
for sure.
Sense.
We have password coming through the.
Yeah.
One of my favorite College Station or Texas A&M Texas rivalry stories is when they came to one of the games at Texas and they there was a flag over the side of a parking garage, so there was for the Texas flag, so it was leveled where the second floor had it kind of in front of it.
Yeah. And
they took a knife and they knifed the flag.
Take it fucking easy, dude.
Yeah. What?
That is gnarly as hell.
It's and that's a really strong representation, I think, of that rivalry, where they would come in so hot and you'd be like, okay. All right. Their whole chant was saw off the Longhorns, saw them off.
Jesus.
And you're like, okay, relax.
Take it easy.
We're playing games. We're playing some sports games.
We're throwing
fine.
some balls. We're hitting some balls. We're giving each other CTE.
You guys literally live 2 hours away. It's fine. We could be friends. I don't know. I never understood. So I got to Texas, University of Texas, and was oh, there's a whole group of people that just hate me for no reason now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right.
Thank God. Anyway, Manziel wound up in a fight in College Station and went to jail. LOL. He got back out, obviously. And literally, so I was watching the documentary, and in the documentary, he's like, yeah, I have no idea what happened that night.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He's like, I have no memories.
He's got CTE.
Couldn't tell you. Yeah, maybe that was where he got CTE.
Yeah, that's where he got the CTE.
This is the moment.
Football.
He started gaining steam he started playing and he was doing pretty well. It wasn't he immediately broke out or whatever. But he was really fucking good. I'll show you a couple clips. Not that, again, I'm not.
Also, I'm I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna show you a clip, and I have a feeling you're gonna be I don't know what you're fucking talking about here.
I'll be great. Wow.
So watch this.
Pretty cool.
So he's number 2.
Wow.
He made that. He made it.
He made the football
He's
score.
playing now in this one. And
what's it called?
Look at him. Look, he almost got caught. You see, and you don't want to get caught in football. Look at.
He is pretty good objectively, obviously.
Look at him go. Look, watch. Bitch. Oh, that guy caught it. That's what you want to happen.
You can't even tell that he's 5'11". That's how good he is. You forget all about it.
I mean, I didn't forget. I would never forget.
No, you can't ever forget.
Horrifying, of course. Just kidding. Anyway, he is really, really good. And apparently he tried 0%. Like the man did not try. He was just naturally very, very talented. He took it. He was like the most unserious player ever.
Feels like he should try.
Right?
Yeah.
That I think might be the theme of his whole deal.
Yeah, like I don't know. Maybe give it a whirl.
Maybe we pop our pussy for a minute.
Yeah, let's pop our pussy at this thing that'll
I don't know.
care a ton about.
People really care. People are kniving flags.
Yeah, they're obsessed.
Give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
One of his teammates said, "I never saw him look at a playbook ever. I've never seen it happen."
What?
It was as if he was just doing his thing on the side, and the reason wasn't to be a badass and win and do all these unbelievable feats. It was for what happens after you win. And what happens
What's that? Partying and girls?
Partying and girls. Oh, yes. That was literally all he was in college for.
Yeah.
And like, can you blame him? That's what most people are at college for.
I mean, that's the motivation behind so many things. I
So many
genuinely,
things.
this is maybe going to get me in trouble, but I genuinely think that a lot of like guys do comedy for the girls.
Which is hilarious.
Well, I know, because that's really funny.
Yeah.
Greggy, do you have
Greggy.
to sit in front of the camera?
Greg, can you, like, when Password does it, we have a decent shot still, but when you're there, it's genuinely, it's like a blackness.
It's just like a black blob on the screen. Oh, there he is. All right, there he goes. Goodbye, Greggy. Okay. For
So-
those of you listening at home, the cat was in the shot.
Yes. He's a good boy. Okay, so point being, he wasn't exactly trying very hard with the play, like the actual like training aspect of it, but he's just very naturally talented. And I guess ahead of one of the road games early in his freshman year, there was photos of him at a party wearing a Scooby-Doo outfit for Halloween.
Okay.
That showed up, and he's clearly blacked out in it. This is the picture.
Well, I mean,
He looks like he's having fun.
he looks like he's having. I don't
Look
want
at
to say
this.
clearly blacked out. I would say he's just like a.
There were other
guy.
pictures too. I mean, he's
Okay.
clearly. This is not a sober man.
Sure.
Look at his eyes. Look at the glow. Come
I mean,
on.
that could just be the digital camera eyes.
That's true.
You know?
We were dealing with wristlet digital cameras.
We were.
That's
And your
a fair
eyes were
point.
always glazed over like that. So
That's a fair point. Apparently, he came to the walkthrough the next morning, though, after the Halloween party, and he was clearly hungover. And one of his teammates goes to him and goes, "You better fucking play good."
and this was at they were about to do a
Going
game.
into a game,
Oof,
prepping for a game.
that's scary.
And allegedly, after this, he played one of the best games he's ever played.
All right. Well, don't test the man then.
And the teammate said, "As for the rest of the season, I always put the ball in his hands."
All right.
Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So he's doing better and better. He's like getting recognition for doing some like long throws. I don't know. Sports.
Yeah,
hook 'em
sure.
horns. Then he goes to the Alabama game. Alabama is, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that state. They are very good at football. It's weird.
I mean, I know what's going on with that state. They got nothing else to do.
That's true.
What are they gonna do? Sit outside in the heat?
That's what they do. And then they you want to toss this around?
Toss this around. What else are we doing?
Genuinely
Sitting
nothing
around?
else to do in this state.
I've
What-
never been to Alabama, for the record.
What's in Alabama?
Birmingham. That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, okay. Well, they went to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to face the #1 Crimson Tide with hopes to do the undoable and beat the unbeatable.
Is that the Roll Tide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
Is
I
that
do
where
love
the-
that's a good little chant thing.
Is that where the rush is going on? Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
at Crimson? Or whatever the fuck? Tuscaloosa?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Yeah.
one of where the rush is going on. It's everywhere.
Oh.
It's all across the South. So each one of the schools you see are different. Like it's different rush
Oh.
weekends.
I thought it was Bama specifically.
Bama Rush is one weekend, and then the
Okay.
next weekend will be like another version Rush,
Right.
Whatever. And some of them are obviously like Alabama has like an insane frat and sorority. What's it called? Greek
culture,
life.
Greek life, yeah.
Greek life scene. Rush Talk, I'm obsessed with it.
It's great.
I
mean,
love it.
That is a Netflix documentary in the making for sure. There's gonna be some girls that are like,
100%.
I didn't get in because I was
Ugly or
ugly,
a
and
minority.
drunk. Yeah, exactly.
It is actually extremely funny and concerning watching these girls like flipping around on screen. If you don't know what we're talking about, on TikTok, there's in order to recruit new members to sororities, these girls do these like synchronized dances in front of their house,
And it's fucking amazing.
it's unbelievable.
They're really good.
They're generally cheerleaders that are at the front, and there's always like a girl flipping through the screen. She's just heading out left field. Everyone else is wearing like matching pastels. They're all dancing to music, hip hop music. There is not one black person. Zero black people
That's
involved.
true.
There's never one.
I actually hadn't even thought about that, but now that I'm thinking back on the ones I've watched, you're right.
There's not like try to find them.
Yeah.
Tell me. And I'm sure the ones that are out there, oh God bless. Honestly, yours is probably gonna be way better. But it's always, and then there's always one girl who's just cartwheeling out into the foyer.
They're really talented.
They are very talented, but it is very culty and disconcerting and mesmerizing.
It's mesmerizing. It really is.
I wish I could be one of these girls.
Yeah.
But also at the
There's
same
that
time, if
girl-
my daughter wanted to be one of those girls, I say, yeah, absolutely not.
Right. I would be like, you got to pay for friends. What are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I didn't go to a school that had sororities, so like maybe if I had, I would have done that and liked it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it really depends.
I mean, I wouldn't have danced because I fucking suck at dancing, but
I would have been one of the girls in the background just going,
yeah, like,
yeah.
dude, also people are learning the Barbie dance and I'm like, I can't even do that.
What Barbie dance?
The Barbie dance when they're like, dun, 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 and then they go, that one.
Oh, you did it. Good job.
That's it. That's the dance.
You nailed it.
But yeah, people are fucking, I can't even keep up with the choreography in like a very slow workout class.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it.
Solid core, I'm like, where are my knees supposed to be? Between 2 and 3 or 3 and 4?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm lost.
I'm lost. Always.
Well, Rush Talk, I enjoy it very much. Where was I going with this? Oh, so they were playing Alabama, Alabama of Rush Talk fame. If you're not, if you don't know, and it's quite. So they really take it serious. Let me just tell you, Texas takes it very, 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 very serious. UT also has one of the most profitable ones because of the way they've branded everything. A bunch of little fun facts for you.
The orange.
They've branded the orange, the
They
burnt
have.
orange.
Well, what about Tennessee is also orange?
Yes, that's
I'm
a different
just listing
shade of
boring
orange.
things for people. Okay, continue.
Theirs is worse. They're not great, either of them. It's not a flattering color.
Yeah.
I had to wear a lot of really unflattering shit for a couple of years, and now I continue to do so, but on my own volition. So thank you. Thank you. So they go into this game, and the quote from Johnny going in is, "We have zero expectations to win this game." And when you have that, what the fuck does it really matter attitude, you play better.
Okay, so there's a strategy, I guess.
Yeah, but basically he gets to the game, and they were so hard, the underdogs, like it wasn't, like they were not.
Yeah.
So it was like Russia, United States, hockey, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It was
the
a
Miracle on Ice.
Yes, it was Miracle on Ice, but played in Alabama with cheerleaders. Sounds really fun. Texas A&M ends up winning this game. And mostly because of Johnny Manziel being just like a machine out there. And the reason that this is really important is he was a freshman at that point. And the fact that they were able to do that huge upset made him like so hard the focus of everybody. He became at least a Southern superstar. Like, I cannot stress this enough. He came out from that game and was an instant celebrity. Yeah. Like, I remember like everybody fucking knew who he was besides you.
Besides me.
So much so that he had to go and enroll in online classes. He couldn't go to class in person because it would cause like disruptions.
It would be like if Justin Bieber was at your
right.
class.
Yeah, he can't go to he can't show up to class. Everyone would be like,
ridiculous.
Did you see that Taylor
He's
Swift?
like, I'm a student here.
I'm not getting paid.
Yeah, like I go to class here. This is my class. Yes,
Yeah.
I did see that Taylor Swift was at a friend's wedding and then people mobbed it.
Yes.
Crazy. Where was that wedding?
In Jersey.
Yeah.
Some town in Jersey. I don't know.
Random.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, Taylor Swift tried to go and there was like literally thousands of people. I saw some of the pictures and it looked scary.
I know. It's crazy.
I was like, I feel bad for her. She must be a little... I mean, she knows it's not like she's new to this, but at the same time, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, poor girl.
So,
anyway, back to Johnny. Things heat up even more for him. So all of a sudden now he's on a hot streak. And people are really, really paying attention to him. Like, people are showing up to the games. It's a huge deal. Mm-hmm. He becomes the first freshman ever to win the Heisman
Holy
Trophy.
shit, a freshman?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it's happened again since then. I famously don't care.
Is that his girlfriend who's probably 21 there and she looks like a Fox News reporter?
Yes, exactly. That is his girlfriend in the picture with him. She is very, very much like, hello, everybody. This is my boyfriend.
Right.
He can literally do whatever he wants. I will not leave him. Are you crazy?
Correct.
She does look like she would have a pretty good segment on Fox News.
She would, yeah.
I disagree with all her takes, but I'd be like, your hair looks great.
Oh, definitely.
What's in there?
Yeah.
He becomes a legend. Like, absolute legend. He still is a legend to this day. The Aggie community, everyone was like, holy fucking shit. Like,
What's an Aggie? Is that
No,
the
that's
Texas A&M?
Yes. They
Okay.
call themselves the Aggies. As in, like, agriculture. I don't know, man. I can't tell you. It's a great school. It's a really good degree. You can get a good job with it. Just be normal. Anyway, as we were talking about out the gate, it turns out if you're good at sports, people sometimes want memorabilia or to contribute financially to some sort of artifact to engage with you.
Sure.
And that's exactly what they did. Apparently, Adidas couldn't manufacture enough number 2 jerseys to keep up with demand.
Oh my God.
They were like selling out immediately. Even all of like the maroon, so their colors are maroon. They sold out of all that shit. His
Wait,
coach.
they are? I thought they were orange. No, you're orange. Sorry.
University of Texas orange. They are maroon.
Okay.
Maroon is arguably even worse than burnt
No,
orange.
maroon's nice.
No.
I like a maroon.
Not this version. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't see that. No.
Yeah, it's
like a
kind of brown.
dusty maroon.
Okay.
I want a fresh maroon. I'm legally obligated to say that. His coach, Kevin Sumlin, earned a massive contract extension. His other coach earned a head coaching position at Texas Tech because of his success there.
Wow.
And Johnny himself, just the estimates, which are probably going to lowball it, was estimated to have brought in a whopping $37 million in media exposure
Holy shit.
for the school and potentially hundreds of millions in donations.
Damn. That's
He is
something. And he's seeing a goose egg.
He's seeing a fucking goose egg on this.
Damn.
20 years old, seeing a goose egg. Yeah.
That's crazy.
A couple more stats. Apparently, some of the helmets that he had worn were auctioned off for $81,000.
What?
People paid $20,000 to sit at a table with him.
Dude, people in Texas, they have so much money like I feel like they're
So-
just like rich ass
They
people.
are, well, it's oil.
Yeah. And
Randomly, I'm like, no, it's oil.
yeah. And then they spend it on the most hilarious things to
Yeah,
me.
they are pretty funny. They'll be like, this grill costs $300,000.
Right. You're like,
What?
okay.
Why?
Yeah. They're like, and my wife is a vegetarian.
Yeah, she hates it. She really does. I'll get a new one. Yeah, it is bananas. They really, really, really care about this stuff. He was very, very famous and partied. He started partying as a result. Not started. He had already been partying, but he like took it up a notch.
Yeah.
I guess right after he got the Heisman, TMZ, which, come on.
I do not know this guy. This is so funny.
He was, I can't believe you don't know him. I mean, I guess I'm not like surprised, but I'm surprised that none of this has like rung a bell.
No, not at all.
At all.
Not even a little bit.
We got to go to a game. We
Yeah,
gotta go
no,
to
I
it.
would
It would
love
be
to.
so fun.
I would absolutely love to.
So he was 20 years old, like he's a freshman. And he might even been 19. I don't even know. Which is like, you are a child. You are a baby infant child. And this is him at a Dallas nightclub with a bottle of Dom Perignon. And
He looks like DJ Crazy Time there.
Who the hell is that?
You don't know DJ Crazy Time? Oh my God.
All right. Well, this is my turn
Put
to
in
learn.
DJ Crazy Times, and he's the one who's like, put your hands up in the air. All of the dreams.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
I saw.
How does it mean?
Planet of the Bass.
Exactly.
Yes.
But he looks exactly like DJ Crazy Time.
He does
in,
in
that
this
photo.
one. In this photo, if you're just listening, he has a sparkler in his mouth. That's dangerous. Don't do that. But anyway, he looks like he's having a ball. Look at
Doesn't
this
seem
girl
that
back here.
dangerous, right?
I mean, are you kidding? There's fucking fire on this. This could go wrong, but he was fine.
It's fine.
He's fine. He carried on. They went to the Cotton Bowl. They won. Blah blah blah. Oh, this is when. I'm sorry. This picture came from him after the Cotton Bowl, celebrating his win. But he was underage, so TMZ was like, "Bitch, I got you."
Yeah, but he's not drinking alcohol. He's just using sparklers.
And he's holding a bottle of champagne. But yes.
But he's not drinking the champagne, is he?
You're right. Are you a lawyer? Are you Johnny Manziel's new lawyer? He also did a couple other things that were a little bit more like Texas A&M was like, okay. He at one point tweeted, shit like tonight is a reason why I can't wait to leave College Station, whenever it may be. He tweeted that at 1:38 on a Sunday morning. A classic time. Apparently, he just got a parking ticket.
Because no one gives out parking tickets anywhere else in the country.
No, exactly. He was like, this bullshit. Got $35. Though honestly, he's probably like, I don't have $35 at this point.
No one's paying me anything.
No one's paying me anything. That must have been really frustrating. He also got in trouble for partying at UT frats. He went to University of Texas to go party. And
I love that.
I know, isn't it? It was good times. I was there. Johnny, call me. Just kidding. This is him getting walked out because I guess the people at the guys of the frat were like, we're going to get in trouble, obviously, for having this clearly famous underage guy. And then you can hear them.
Jesus. Wait, are they yelling
So
at
if
him?
you can't really hear, the people as he was exiting in this little video are screaming at him to get the fuck out. Texas frat guys are scary.
They really are.
Really scary.
That also looked like the fucking frat party from hell.
Yeah.
It was like so bleak and like
the side alley, but yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure the actual thing was probably the exact same, but
yeah.
you don't worry, you're gonna pay thousands of dollars to be there. The frat parties were fun, but always with a light hint of like rape in the air.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a little bit of rape. Otherwise, there's no fun if there's no danger.
There's
you
not,
know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's what we said.
These are jokes, people.
These are jokes.
Jokes.
No one has ever been raped at a frat.
Famously.
So so he continues to party more and more. And he's getting more and more press. He's very, very famous. Like at certain points, he's been even seen like with like Drake and like he was.
Wait, wasn't Drake still at like Degrassi fame at this point or no?
He was not as obviously big as he is now, but he was big. Like it was a
Yeah.
big deal, and like obviously in the nightlife scene.
Right.
So Johnny's like enjoying all that, and he has his friend Uncle Nate, who comes his like unofficial manager. So this guy
And this
Nate,
is just a random dude.
it's his friend. Okay, so Nate Fitch is his friend from high school.
Okay.
So I think he's like, wait, hold on. I need to take advantage of this. He dropped out of college, I guess. I don't know if he went to A&M or a different college, but he was a college dropout, and he sensed an opportunity here, and goes over to help start like managing Johnny, who is still at Texas A&M, but I'm sure it's like people leave college early to go to the NFL, so I'm sure he was trying to like hitch a ride there, and they were friends through school. The big opportunity for them came when, after the 2013 BCS National Championship game in Miami, they were in Miami, which is got some nightlife, and a guy comes up to them and says, "Hey, we'll give you $3,000 for some autograph or for an autograph." And they like think at first that it's for like this whole thing, and he's like, "No, for each autograph."
What?
I know.
Wow.
So Nate is like, deal.
Yeah.
So they make this deal, and Johnny has since admitted to it. At this point, remember, he's not allowed to do this. They make this deal, and they start doing these autograph sessions where he would sign a whole bunch of stuff, get $30,000 in cash from a safe.
Wow.
And they would go back to A&M and then like go to all these like celebrity parties, clubs. They would be sitting courtside at the NBA games. And this was all like facilitated by this guy, Uncle Fitch, Uncle Nate.
Yeah.
Anything you wanted. Apparently, at one point, they had $100,000 cash underneath their beds.
As they damn well should.
It's so funny because this is the stuff that got him in all the trouble. And I'm like, actually, this is like good for him.
Yeah, what
Fucking
the fuck?
good for him. So he flouted the regulations and was using these to make $100,000. Here's a nice picture of him holding more money than, I have no idea how much money that is because I don't have opportunities to hold bundles of cash like this.
Yeah.
No one is handing me these quantities of money. If anything, it's going to be a direct deposit.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen in cash. So ESPN comes out with a report. on him, basically saying, hey, we have proof that Manziel has accepted payments to sign more than 4,000 items.
Okay.
They come out with this, and Uncle Nate was able to kind of completely spin this whole thing. It was really fucking awesome. So this is obviously a hugely big deal. NCAA investigators spent a large chunk of Sunday with Manziel, questioning him about allegations from memorabilia dealers that he accepted payments for autographs. What a criminal.
Yeah, right?
What?
For his own damn fucking autograph.
Jesus Christ, is the most ridiculous thing. So he ends up getting suspended for the first half of Texas A&M's season opener against Rice by the NCAA. So a very like slap on the wrist for this NCAA rule violation. And the reason was they couldn't prove it. Because Uncle Nate was over here spinning a whole bunch of stories. He was able to explain to everybody that Johnny was partying like he was and had all these nice things because his family was uber wealthy.
And were they?
No, not at all. I mean, they had some oil money, but it wasn't like nearly enough that it was like,
That it would make sense to have like courtside seats and all this shit.
right.
But also,
or like
he's
fancy cars.
kind of like a pseudo celebrity. It's like he could have argued, oh, he's gifted these things.
That's not
too.
allowed. You're not
Oh.
allowed to even receive gifts or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. So
Hi,
even if
buddy.
it's all given for free, that's not something that you're allowed to do. Apparently his dad was actually originally his dad and his mom were bartenders when he was born. A great profession, but not something that's getting you courtside seats.
Right.
And they went on to go and just sell cars. So his dad or his grandpa though had some of the oil money, not again a major amount. So what they did is they laundered the money through the grandpa, where they would give him a whole shit ton of cash and he
Oh.
would send them checks. So it looked like Johnny was getting checks from Gramps.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
That's so smart.
So
People
smart.
are so. I love an entrepreneur like this.
It's so cute. However, and it ended up working. So there was this like huge media, like there was a bunch of articles that was like, well, Johnny comes from oil money. Like, and it was almost
Wow.
like a kind of added to him being like kind of like just a rich piece of shit partying all the time.
I know,
but
that kind of-
uber talented, but like fuck that guy, but also fucking awesome dude, you know?
I feel like if I were him, though, I'd be like, I would so much rather people just know I've been accepting bribes or whatever money for stuff than have them think I'm like some spoiled piece of shit.
I think he enjoyed being considered a spoiled piece of shit.
Okay.
It added to his image, which was
Good for
one
him.
of just being like, he was a party boy.
That grandpa was probably like, I don't know if I'm like super proud of you or what to do.
Yeah, I'm
What
sure
to
that
say
the
here.
grandpa was like, how much money?
Yeah, right?
That's fine. We will take it.
Absolutely.
So after all of this, he's starting to run into more issues at A&M and decides it's time to go to the draft and actually be able to make some real money off of his talents.
God for fucking bid.
God for fucking bid. He has this major party boy image though, so it's like one of those times where he needs to figure that out because as we were talking about, the NFL is for adults.
Yeah, with that said, I mean, Gronk is like banging every girl in Boston.
Yeah, banging every girl, but like also like they're not doing drugs, they're getting drug tested. They're like they're like in terms of their athletics, they're taking it serious.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the most part, I'm sure there's plenty of fuck ups, don't get me wrong. But he was going into the draft and he had such celebrity and such like a micro focus on his partying that I think it's just the wrong impression, especially when like you're getting drafted. Like it's very competitive. Even if you are Johnny Manziel, like people only need one quarterback.
Yeah.
They're not dying.
That's such a good point, is that the quarterbacks, there's only one of, or whatever, however many
Yeah, but
are on the bench. But you know what I mean? Like there's
one
only
at a
one
time out.
starting quarterback
Right.
for every team. So I wonder how many NFL teams there are.
A lot. I don't know. a good amount. 30 sounds right.
No, probably more than that. It's at least one per state.
Is it though? Do you think North Dakota has one? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
North Dakota football NFL.
But also big cities have two. Like we have
Oh,
the Jets and the
North Dakota doesn't have one. But you're
Oh.
right. We do have multiple. How many
and the Giants. Okay.
NFL
a bit.
teams are there? 32.
32.
Wow.
Wow.
Good for you.
I'm actually surprised it's that low, to be honest.
I signed up for a fantasy league.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why. I got like a wild hair at my ass and I was like, I'm signing up.
My brother.
So I have to do that now. I have to draft people.
You might as well.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, he like bets like crazy on sports and stuff, on like random sport, on like golf.
Oh.
So
Does he have is he good?
Yeah, he's pretty good. So he might have some sort of system.
Can you just tell him, can you get him to send you his picks? And
Are
I'm
we-
going to 100% copy them.
Is this legal, or should we be talking about this?
Yeah, the NCAA is going to take me aside and tell me no. How dare you? No, I will take any. How about this team? If you guys have any tips for my NFL draft, you tell me. I will literally do whatever. I have 0% idea. I don't
we should
fucking know.
crowdsource this
We
from
should-
Risque Business followers. That's
Absolutely.
fun.
If you guys are sports people and know who should be good, tell me. Because I gotta win it all. It's really important. I will be reporting back to you how I do. Okay. So anyway, he decides that he needs to go to the draft, which makes total sense. He had been tweeting fucking bullshit at the parking. He's like over there fighting on Twitter with the parking people at A&M. They're like, you gotta go.
That's so funny.
There's one parking attendant who's like, this fucking guy. I don't care how good he is at football.
Johnny Bananas or whatever his name is. Johnny Football.
Johnny fucking football. So as he's planning to enter the NFL draft, his Uncle Nate is like, hey, we could have a conversation with your family and you about your partying.
Oy.
And honestly,
That's a buzzkill.
a huge buzzkill, but I guess he had started like dabbling in some drugs, which again, he's in college, like you're gonna experiment, but you really, and he's not wrong, like you really can't, if you're going to the NFL draft, like you need to like be able to pass a drug test.
Yeah, you got to button it up a little bit.
Yeah. And I guess one of his things at school was that he would just have one of the other guys pee in the cup for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
so funny because the college drug tests were super lenient. Meanwhile, the ones for, like, I had to do the USADA ones, which, like, the U.S. anti-doping, where they would literally bring in, like, an old woman to watch you pee. Like, direct stream. Like, she'd make you take your top up to here, your pants to here, and just watch. Like, it
Oh
was
my God.
dead serious. They
Wow.
were dead serious about it. And I was
Yeah.
like, relax.
Well, that's, like,
we are swimming back and
international.
forth. Like, I know. And it's one of those things also that like all the countries that would cheat just do anyway.
Yeah, that's so true. It's like,
Like, I don't-
Russia's old lady is gonna be like, yeah, whatever. Putin
Yeah.
just gave me fucking
House.
$100,000.
So
Yeah, a house. I'm gonna sit
pee.
here.
Whoever wants to pee, I don't care.
Go ahead and pee.
Go off. I blinked. Who knows? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a different episode for sure, but crazy. So anyway, he had been passing all these drug tests at A&M because he just was like, well, my friend's pissing in the cup. This fucking nerd over here who is not allowed to party with us is
What
going to
kind
pee
of
in the
drugs
cup.
are we talking? Like cocaine?
Coke, Molly. Eventually he starts getting into like pills, like Xanax and stuff like that. It actually starts to escalate later on.
The pills are the tough ones.
They're tough. But I think at this point it was still like the classics.
Yeah.
You know, the just good old fashioned college fun. But he was like, you got to cut it out.
Yeah.
You
right,
got to
right.
stop.
Let's cool it.
It was also like a good conversation that I think needed to happen. However, Johnny did not really appreciate that. Cut him right before going to the NFL. That's fucked.
Just was like, you're out of here.
He didn't even say anything. He just went to the draft and like basically cut communication with this guy
Wow, that's crazy.
after everything that guy had done for him.
Damn, that's insane.
I know. Weirdly, I'm like, that pisses me off more than anything.
Yeah, right? Oh, absolutely.
So he signs it. I kind of get like, but like have a conversation. He did probably need a professional agent at this point. He signs Eric Butzkart, sure, who's really in for a challenge. Let me tell you this. So he is going to Combine, which is a big deal. And he goes to Eric, his brand new agent, goes, hey, man, I'm not going to pass this drug test.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
I might not. And Eric's like, motherfucker, this is my reputation at this
Yeah.
point. Like, you've got to be kidding me. So they go through this entire exercise. Like, Johnny was like, don't worry, I'm just going to have like 100 Gatorades and piss it out. And Eric's like, I hate that. I hate this strategy.
Remember that with like, oh my God. And you would just be drinking like gallons and gallons
So
and
many
gallons
Pedialytes.
of water.
So many.
Insane.
Yeah, I don't know. So Eric was like, I'm an adult. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, I have
yeah.
a real job. I can't believe that this is something you knew. This has been coming for months. You have been training, like you have actually been trying because you want to do well. And what are you talking about? You're
What
not
are
going to
you
pass
doing?
a drug test. So he devised a plan where he says, okay, how about this? You are going to arrive. Drug tests happen on day 2. You are going to go shake the hands day 1. I'm calling your dad and telling him to call the ambulance, that he's having a heart attack. And then you'll have to leave for family issues before the drug test. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Eric deserves a raise. I don't know where that man is now, but guys, that guy's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good.
What sucks about that is that I bet he has a bad reputation because that's out about him now, that he was able to be that like slimy. But I'm like, that's the kind of agent I would want.
Absolutely. I do not want the one who's going to be like, well, actually,
you really shouldn't be doing those drugs in the first place.
That's like the lawyer. I don't want a lawyer who if I'm in trouble, I want the lawyer who's going to look into options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
want the lawyer who has burnt his family bridges
Right.
or her family bridges. I don't care. I want them to have no fucking life, and this is actually their whole life.
Yeah.
Their pride depends on them winning this for me, and they will
Right.
make it happen
And their
without putting me in more
ego
crimes.
and
They
all
can
that
do
shit.
crimes, but not me.
Yes.
I'm not doing any more crimes. If
I've
I
already
ever
done all the crimes. I'm
Yeah.
already going to jail.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, I'm fucking not, because
Yeah.
my lawyer's gonna get me out. You don't want a lawyer who's like on the up and up. Maybe these are all jokes, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so he goes there, and Johnny's like, no, I'm not gonna have my dad do this like crazy ass plan. You sly dog. And he actually, what they do is they buy just a shit ton of drug tests, and he does do the Gatorade version.
Yeah.
Until he's able, I can't imagine how long of a night that must have been.
Oh my God.
For
Oh my
them.
God. And he
And then-
passed the drug test.
He passes the drug tests. I know. And then there was this, I didn't really get a ton of detail on this, but I guess there was something going on. Cleveland seems like the most unserious football team out there. Are they
the
like
Cleveland Browns.
Yes, the Cleveland Browns. I have a feeling I shouldn't put them in my draft pick or in my whatever fantasy football picks.
Okay.
Because I guess they were super hungover, so they didn't like show up that morning. So he had to like do
Johnny?
No, the team.
What?
I don't know. This
Okay.
I struggle to get more details on this one.
Okay.
But then, so Johnny had to like pass the ball to his lawyer at Combine. Fucking what?
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
And the Cleveland Browns were like, this is good. This is good.
I don't understand. But now he's on the Cleveland Browns.
So anyway, so they go to the draft and they end up selecting him with the number 22 pick, which is still in the first round, but is like number 22, which I'm like,
embarrassing.
That's really embarrassing. He is 5'11" though. So they were
That's
like,
true.
hey guys, listen, I know he's pretty exciting stuff.
For
But
someone with a disability of being 5'11", it's actually really inspiring.
I know this is like a charity component for us. So yes.
They're like, do we get any sort of like tax break for employing this person who can barely move?
I mean, we've seen the tapes. We're pretty sure they're AI generated. I'm not 100% convinced that this guy can catch the football.
And they're like all these pictures with girls. They're like, but he's 5'11".
Yeah, they're like, we
This
don't.
doesn't make any
we
sense.
are the Browns, and we don't understand why you would ever choose him. He did get passed over by a lot of other teams who were like, yeah, absolutely not. We have a reputation to uphold. We're not doing that. So he does get picked, and he gets a lot of money. I don't remember the exact amount, but a shit ton. He flashed the Money Fingers celebration
that?
when he walks on the stage. I don't know. It's like something like this, I think. He's Italian.
Like,
And then also afterwards he goes, and he's obviously partying immediately after.
oh my God.
This is honestly so funny.
I can't hear you. There's too much money in my fucking head. I can't hear you. I can't answer it. I'll call you back.
Oh my God.
0-100.
He's insane.
Such a stupid idiot. If you didn't understand what he was saying, so Johnny was holding a stack of money, his money phone, and he was saying, I can't hear you. I have too much fucking money in my hand. Who are you, Johnny? I love you. What a sociopath. You're great.
Also, imagine going to a bar with that much money. It's insane.
Yeah. Also, they were ones, so like relax.
Yeah, relax.
Relax. So he goes to Cleveland. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was like, come on, Miami.
I know.
Come
I think
on.
they all are. I think they're all dying for Miami.
Dying for Miami.
That is a nice one. That's a nice town.
That's a nice
fun.
town. He has to go to Cleveland. He is the third string quarterback, which is super fair because, again, this is adults. Like, you know, he's very good, but at the same time, like, he was good in college against college athletes. You are now
Right.
against, like, professionals.
The best of all of that for decades.
Everyone good from college left
Yeah.
to go to the NFL as soon as they could because they're like, hey, we can make no money or I could go make money. I'm going to go do that, obviously. And he didn't exactly change his tune coming into there.
Here we go.
There was one thing where, so he's the third string quarterback, and apparently he was like, just deeply did not give a shit the whole time. Like, he was like dragging his ass through everything. I guess they have iPads where they're supposed to watch tape. It's a very big deal. When you're playing football, you gotta watch tape.
Yeah,
I really want you to do
your
that.
Your job as Ken is tape.
Your Barbie job is tape. And he said, I did not watch any tape. And his iPad hours were 0.0 tape hours. And the coaches say, what's this? And he goes, no.
So he doesn't know what any of the plays are.
He doesn't do his job. And like, he's getting paid genuinely millions and millions of dollars to do said job. And he's like, no.
He's like, nah, I'm good.
I'm not
Thank
going to
you.
do it. I'm not going to do it. He also then starts to really, like, I think it becomes more serious and he starts to have more ability to engage in the partying scene. So shit starts to get a little, this is the money fingers, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just him doing the Italian.
Okay.
So things start like unraveling a little bit more. He also doesn't have Uncle Nate, who was one of the people who I think did help kind of keep him on the straight and narrow.
Bit, yeah.
In August 2014, this is such a minor one, but it's very funny. He gave the middle finger to the Washington team's bench during a preseason game and got fined $12,000 by the NFL.
That's cute.
It's so cute.
That's cute that the NFL still.
The NFL was like, hey, that was mean.
Hey, no.
That was officially mean.
It's not sportsmanship like.
How dare you? In November 2014, a fight broke out at 2:30 a.m. at the 9 Hotel in downtown Cleveland, where he was living. He was living at this hotel.
Okay.
And he was denied a report that he was punched in the face during the brawl. No arrests were made. So that's already starting to enter the news.
He probably was punched in the face. He's like,
sure.
no, nobody got me.
No one
You should see the other guy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, you would never. Yeah, he was for sure punched.
Great.
Cool. Then the next one, he entered a rehab facility because I guess he hadn't been playing well. And so in January 2015, where he stayed for 10 weeks before being released.
A drug and alcohol rehab or like a...
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like my knee got fucked
No.
up.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
No. So he entered for the undisclosed clinic, which specialized in drug and alcohol rehabilitation. And basically he had not been playing very well, I guess, and wanted to be able to like have a comeback and had a bunch of stuff where he was again partying with Drake and things like that.
Okay.
He exits and he comes back out and in October 2015, so 10 months later, or no, not even, because by the time he got out of rehab, so like 7 months later, so like half a year, there was a dash cam video that came out of an incident where his longtime girlfriend, Colleen Crowley, was trying to open the door of a car while it was speeding.
Oh my God.
And he was, I guess, had been like drinking or something along those lines and was like grabbing at her or whatever.
Ooh.
The officers like pulled him over. This is why they had the dash cam footage and found that she had cuts on her arm, which was a result of him trying to hold her in the car.
Oh my God.
So no arrests at this point are made, but like cool it.
Yeah.
You know? Cool it. Cool it. That's not great. So it's already like some like weird, domestic abuse, I guess.
And he was drunk driving too?
I don't know if he didn't get arrested for drunk driving, but
Okay.
he had been drinking earlier in the day. So maybe he passed or maybe they were like, you're Johnny fucking football. We're not going to test you.
I hate that.
We don't know. So I guess on a Saturday, he decided that he could make it to Vegas to party and then make it back in time for the Pittsburgh Steelers game the next day on Sunday.
Yeah.
And he had kept pushing his flight back
God.
until he eventually missed it altogether.
Holy shit.
Yes. So he missed the game that he was supposed to be in because
this guy is letting partying ruin his entire life.
Genuinely. My favorite part, though, is that he went to Vegas. He had also had a concussion or something along those lines. So yeah, maybe he did have some CTE. And he wore a disguise. So he would be like, no one's going to know it's me.
That's fucking hilarious.
I want to find it. I should have had this pulled together. Johnny Manziel disguise Vegas.
That's hilarious. Is that him?
Yes, look at this.
Oh my God, that's so
Like,
funny.
sir. Also, here we are once again.
With Drake.
Reportedly wearing a wig and mustache in Vegas and this is a picture of him with Drake.
Also the most like non-realistic.
Yeah. It's a blonde wig and he's literally wearing a fake Amazon like black
felt.
mustache. Yes. A stick-on black mustache. Hilarious. And he was certainly not supposed to go. For sure. The Cleveland Browns were like,
What are you doing?
For serious? Like,
What are you doing?
What are you doing? How can we tell? This is after his rehab stint, by the way. Hello, article. There you are. Okay, so then continues on. In January, later on that month, this is January 2016, Colleen alleges that he had hit her repeatedly at a Dallas hotel. He then drove her to her apartment. When the two arrived at her apartment, she tried to get away from him before finally escaping to a neighbor.
Dude, you got to get out of there with people with CTE like that.
I know.
I mean, that's really. No one should ever be putting their hands on anyone, but it's like insane. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're gonna, girl, you're gonna die. Like, I'm like the person in the movie theater that's like, you better run.
You gotta go. I think she
You
also,
gotta
I
go.
mean, here's the thing. I think at this point she was like, like, I'm sure this October incident was probably pretty sobering for her. And then he goes and like the concussion, to be fair, also was after the October incident. So I don't know. I have no idea if he has CTE. He is 5'11". It's like, that's gotta play into this somehow, right?
Yeah.
But she does at this point, she's like, no.
We're done here.
We're done here.
Good for her because that's not easy to do.
That's not easy to do, especially when like he's got a shit ton of money and I have no idea what she's doing, but I don't think they were married at this point. I'm pretty sure they weren't.
Yeah.
He gets charged with a misdemeanor assault domestic violence allegation and his agent drops him 6 days later as a result of this. And then in March, 2 weeks after that court thing came out, the Cleveland Browns released Manziel.
Okay.
Yeah. Things continue, but I do want to shit on the Cleveland Browns for one more second because these fucking people really know how to pick them.
Yeah.
Have you seen this story about Deshaun Watson?
I have. Yeah. Yeah. He like raped a bunch of people or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody had a fucking oh, this was so funny. Sam Morrill posted about Lizzo and he's like, because it was like Lizzo's now taken out of consideration for the halftime show or whatever because of what happened.
Oh man, I would watch it so much better.
I know, right? But and it was, so like that was the headline, and Sam Morrill retweeted that and was like, "Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson will still be like playing as quarterback."
Yes.
I'm like, "That's fucking funny."
Thank
That's
you.
Really funny.
That's hilarious. And also, it's funny because it's true. Because what the fuck is going on there? So basically, if you're not familiar, he is their quarterback. He was accused of rape by 12 women.
It's a lot of women.
It's a lot of women. It was primarily massage therapists too, where they're professional massage therapists, like professional. And he'd like whip his dick out and put it on them. I read a couple of them and I was like, oh. Yikes. So dozens of women of sexual misconduct and assault. He had to go to a behavioral treatment program and pay a fine of $5 million.
$5 million?
Yeah.
I'm like, how bad are these? I'm just kidding.
You're like, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. No, I read some of them and I was like, ew.
Yeah, definite. Ew,
Ooh.
ew. For sure.
I mean, he's a predator. He faced, 24 lawsuits.
That's crazy.
24 lawsuits.
I feel like
team.
I've seen, and this is just like professional athletes in general, but remember like there was footage of some. Who was it? It was an athlete in the elevator with their girlfriend, and they're like beating their girlfriend in the elevator. This was probably like 10 years ago or something. But I remember this. I think they were a football player, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I mean, I think that should be grounds for like immediate termination. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he only got suspended for like a couple games.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, he was suspended for 11 regular season games.
Wow.
20, like, fired.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Call me old fashioned. Feel like you should fire him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Jesus Christ.
So relax, Cleveland Browns. I mean, I actually think they probably did. Like, here's the thing: if Johnny had been playing well, I'm sure they would have looked away.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, got a bone to pick with them. I will still draft you guys, or I still put you on my fantasy league if I think you will be doing well, though. So I'm a hypocrite. Don't worry. So things don't exactly get better for him. And unfortunately, this is like a really, really dark portion of Johnny's life. In 2016, he was a passenger in a hit-and-run accident in Los Angeles. His friend drove into a light pole and they left the scene or whatever. I don't know. Then his agent dropped him or something along those lines.
Okay.
Then he was indicted on misdemeanor assault charges later on, stemming from that incident with Crowley in January. So he turns himself into the police and he was ordered to have no contact with her on May 6th. And then in June, he's suspended for 4 games. Wait, I thought he'd already been released at this point. By the NFL for violating the league's substance abuse policy.
Okay.
This timeline's not totally making sense. Oh, so maybe he was going to be released after the end of that season.
I see. Yeah.
After this point, he is no longer going to play in the NFL again. December, he reached a plea deal, blah, 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 saying that he was going to be able to handle, the dismissal agreement.
Imagine that feeling where you're like, I'm assuming he was under the influence. Obviously, no excuse. I'm assuming he was under the influence probably when he was beating up his girlfriend. And imagine if this guy has any brains at all, I would be like, well, obviously I can never have another drink ever again.
Right. But that's
I've ruined my entire life.
I think he was an addict is the sad part.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But I
want to see.
I mean, that is so, imagine that shame.
He was not well. Oh, he was on Oxy. So that's what happened. Said they began using Oxy and Coke every day following the 2015 season, which led to his weight dropping from 215 pounds that January to 175 pounds in September.
Maybe I should start doing that.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what is that at the pharmacy?
Damn, this is so sad.
Yeah. And so the documentary is interviewing him, so he obviously makes it through this whole thing. But basically after he got released, he said he was partying so hard, and he said his goal was to spend all of his money and kill himself. I know. And his dad, meanwhile, was doing interviews like, I don't think he's going to make it to 24. Everyone was like, it was really, really dark.
That's so dark. That's so dark.
Yeah. Thankfully, after a long period of time, he was able to eventually, he goes through this whole period. He spends a shit ton of his money. He gets in this really dark hole. Yeah. And he has nowhere else to go. So he calls his parents and he goes home.
Good.
And he's back home with his family, and he's been there since.
And he's
sober? In and out.
Or at least claims to be?
Claims to be. It seems like he's more under control. I don't want to say he's sober because,
oh my god.
I mean, there's videos, there's pictures of him, videos in the documentary of him drinking a beer, which, fine.
Yeah.
Literally all good. Totally get it. But, really does just, you got to manage it, slippery slope, if I may.
Yeah.
He does try to do some more, he needs to make money after the NFL. So he goes and he plays the Canadian Football League, which I had never heard of that before.
No, me neither.
Let me tell you that. Not once in my life have I heard of them, but the Montreal Alouettes signed him in 2018. I know, what a door. They're so cute. And then they kicked him out 1 year later in 2019 for violating a condition of his agreement with the league. My favorite part about this is that they wouldn't say which condition.
That's so Canadian.
And they literally cited Canadian privacy laws, and they were like, no, we don't care about TMZ calling us.
I bet
not going to tell you. Drugs and alcohol. Probably something. I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know why. I feel like I heard at one point that in Montreal there's a ton of sex workers. Maybe something to do with that. Yeah. There is maybe something to do with that. We don't know. I literally, maybe you guys know. Maybe it's something people know and just there's no official articles on. I genuinely would love to know if you do. Yeah. But he violated a condition of his agreement with the league and he was given opportunities to rectify the situation with the league and chose not to. And he got kicked out as a result. So now, 2020 hits and he's back with his family. He's still back with his family in Texas now. Yeah. Presumably. I think he has a podcast.
Really?
Or he had a podcast that it didn't seem to have recent episodes. So who knows?
But poor guy can't get it together.
Well, then he just did this Netflix documentary, so
He's probably making money off of that.
hopefully he's making some, and then secondarily, hopefully he can use this to launch something that's going to be way more productive for his life.
I hope his
'Cause he-
ex-girlfriend's okay too, because that's
what a
no
lo-
picnic.
I know, for real. He did get put in the A&M Hall of Fame, which, yeah, deserved for sure.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, because O.J. Simpson was, like, really good. I wonder if he still has plaques places.
Probably.
Even though he, like, for sure murdered
Right.
his ex-wife and partner.
Yeah, but probably. We should do that as a story at some point.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That was
Crazy.
It's one of those ones also that I know a lot about, and also kind of like don't actually know the real details on. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was always just kind of in the zeitgeist, and I never was like, hold on, like what actually fucking happened though, you know?
Right.
That would be a good one to do at some point.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Talk about money
I can do that
involved.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about his football career, but I do know about his acting career and decapitating his damn ex-wife.
See, there we go. I just wanted something. But anyway, this documentary came out a week and a half ago, so there's a lot of buzz around him right now.
Is he charming? I feel like he someone like this that's able to do.
He's like Texas charming, you know, where it's like he's kind of like a good old boy a little bit.
Yeah.
He's probably going to become a coach is the reality, but he needs to be able to like be a good influence on people. Like he could be I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
also
he wouldn't actually. If someone was like Johnny Manziel is gonna be your kid's coach, I'd be like, no, he's fucking not.
I don't think so. I mean, obviously we'd have to get sober to have like a real job. Like, is he our age?
He's younger than us, I think.
Oh wow, okay.
Which the poor guy.
Yeah.
But hopefully he has a lot of years left in him and can get something pulled together. All of this stuff I can kind of forgive him for. Because it's football. Who fucking cares? Like skip a game, whatever. It's hilarious.
Right, sure.
The girlfriend.
Job, but yeah.
It's your job, but like, yeah, you got fired from your job because you skipped a game.
Also, he's not even playing, right? He's on the bench.
I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
But the girlfriend thing, that's the one where I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know the details, but like you did have some charges against you, and that's hard no in my book. So,
right.
poor guy.
Poor
Drugs.
guy.
Be careful with drugs and alcohol, guys, folks.
Yeah.
We're drinking waters right now. Look at that.
Yeah, but the next
Sparkling
time we
water.
record, we might be blacked out. So who knows?
But we're careful is the point.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and now you know who Johnny Manziel is.
Wow. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to watch this documentary.
Yeah.
Actually, The Untold.
It's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Cool.
one. You know all the highlights, so you're gonna be like, "Oh, I already figured that out."
So there's one last thing before we go. I wanted to give a recommendation. I thought it'd be fun to do like recommendation corner. There is a new documentary out, and it's called Telemarketers, and it's about this like telemarketing scheme and the people that worked within it, and it's like really good.
Is it the one about the old people where they try to calm them?
No, well,
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm like 10 minutes into it, and Mark has watched the first episode. He's like, "This is the best thing I've ever fucking seen."
Oh, I cannot wait.
Yeah,
We'll
it's pretty
definitely
good.
have to cover this.
Yeah,
as well.
and it's like some like dropout kid who like starts working there and just starts filming everything that goes on there, and it's like a madhouse, like people doing drugs, like it's crazy.
Oh
It's
my
like
God, it's modern day Wall Street.
yeah, except it's telemarketing.
Perfect.
So funny. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week. Tell your friends, like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. It's the name, Risque Business News.
And follow us on Instagram, May_Planert.
And Laura Stogar. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.